Hey guys, what's going on? Today's pretty awesome. We got a sunset, we got a beach, we got an ocean, and more importantly, we got 5 years sober. Yes, let me repeat that. 5 years sober. Today's my birthday, so I wanted to talk. I was thinking last night what I want to do for my birthday, 5-year celebration. I thought I'd give something to you. There is a lot of steps along this path that I did right and that I did wrong and that I would do differently. I'm just as confused as I was the day that I came out of treatment. I don't have it all figured out. I'm trying my best, but I thought I'd impartiate some wisdom onto you. So number one, these are things that I would have done differently, things that I did do, and things that I've learned along the way that are effervescent, so important for you to know to be able to get sober, stay sober, because I get calls all the time. I get Facebook messages. I get a ton of stuff all the time from people saying, Shane, I'm so proud of you. You know, can you help me? Can you help me? And that's awesome. That's amazing. But there's some steps that one must take to be able to really be serviced by that help. And I want to do that now for you. So number one, listen to your gut. This was a mistake that I made. So if you're out there and you don't know, or you're thinking you might have something wrong and you're not sure, let me tell you right away. If you think something's wrong, it is. Listen to your gut. You know long before you actually call out for help or seek help that you need help. And that was a mistake that I made. I knew for many years I was in bad relationships. I wasn't happy. I was depressed. But I knew a long time before that I needed some help. I didn't do anything about it. That's one of the only regrets that I have in my whole life, even with all the debauchery that had gone on, is that I waited. I waited when I knew something was wrong. So don't wait. Listen to your gut. That's number one. Number two, look, you think you're alone in this. You're not. You'd be shocked, A, at how many people already know that there is a problem, and B, at how many people would be willing to help you. So do yourself a favor and seek some help. Ask somebody, let somebody know. There is more compassion than you think, and there's a lot of people that are rooting for you right now that you don't even know about. I get phone calls from family members all the time, or Facebook messengers or tweets or whatever, tweets, whatever, that are saying, hey, my brother, my sister, my friend, my family, whatever. So, hey, there are people there. Seek help. One, listen to your gut. Two, seek help. Number three, self-awareness. This is what's going to happen when you get into treatment or you go get help. Look, you can do this on your own, but I am a big advocate of seeking help and getting to a place that gets you remote and do the work while you're there. This is what kind of the self-awareness part is doing the work, learning who you are, what you're about, and figuring out what makes you tick. You have to learn to be self-aware. You have to learn what you don't like, what makes you uncomfortable. Challenge those uncomfortable moments and get out of your comfort zone, but you have to be self-aware to do that, and you got to do that authentically. So we want you to be self-aware. Now, the other thing that I found really beneficial for me, and it's helped a great deal, is I lived in my own little bubble of BS whenever I was in Toronto and I was using. My world was all that mattered. I thought highlights of myself. I defined myself by my possessions. I was a brag. I was a show-off. I was a bunch of other stuff. I wasn't happy with who I was, and that is a direct reflection of why I did those things. But live in your truth. That is my number fourth. So we had listen to your gut, seek help, self-awareness, and truth. Learn to live in your truth. I wouldn't promote the things that I was proud of with myself because I didn't like the things I was doing to make myself feel good, if that makes any sense. I would do crazy, stupid stuff on the side to get attention, and I wasn't proud of those. The things that I was doing well, I would never promote. So I had to flip that script, and I had to learn to live in my truth. And part of your truth is your authentic self, which comes from being self-aware. These are processes. This is how we go. It's an assembly line to a better you. So once I learned to live in my truth and say, you know what, I'm good at this, I'm proud of this, I love myself for this, then everything came out free. It's like I can do this kind of a video right now because this is how I feel. This is honest. And if somebody doesn't like it, turn it off. If somebody it helps, that's great. But living in my truth allows me to be honest with who I am and to other people, to how I am, who and how I am. So number five, this is one that I debunk all the time and I can't stand it. Look, if you are in recovery, relapse is not part of it. I'm so sick of hearing that over and over and over, the relapse part of recovery. BS. I call crap on that. It's not part of recovery. You're an adult. You've quit. The adult next to you has the same kinds of problems as you do. All of us are not getting out of this life unscathed. We've all had issues. So man up, as they say. Solve the problem. Be a problem solver. This relapses recovery is a direct relation to not being self-aware and not living in your truth. If you are self-aware and you're living in your truth, then you'll be able to handle the problems and you won't relapse. I have clients call me, well, my wife and I are in a fight, or this happened, or that happened. Look, if your first answer to every problem is, should I have a drink? Then you don't want to be sober. So don't bullshit yourself. Fix it, right? You got to manage your problems, which does lead me to the next thing, though, is delayed gratification. It is extremely important that you learn delayed gratification. A lot of people want everything to happen so fast nowadays that we don't delay, we don't wait. Anything worth having is worth earning. So you need to delay your gratification. It's not instantaneous, and this takes work. 5 years, I'm nowhere near where I thought I'd be in 5 years, and I'm working my ass off, but I expected things to happen faster. In 5 years, I've learned delayed gratification. Number 7, personal responsibility. That's a big one. We don't have it. Too much of society doesn't have it anymore. For some reason, we've decided that it's everybody else's problem, not our own problem. We're not going to fix our own problem. Somebody else will fix it for us. Call BS on that too. Personal responsibility. When you make a commitment to do something, stick with that commitment. And that means a commitment to you. This is about you. This isn't about going to a banquet hall on a Friday night. This is commitment to you. Take some personal responsibility. You got yourself into this mess. People are helping you get out of it. You've got counselors, you've got therapists, you've got family, you've got friends, but you are the one that has to do it. So you need to earn or grow or build some personal responsibility. Number 8, I want you to feel again. Start feeling everything. This is all new experiences to you. You're newly sober. You haven't been mad, angry, sad, scared, frightened, all that stuff for the first time since you were a child. Now you're sober and you're experiencing them for the first time. You need to understand what those are and rationalize with them and feel them all. So feel them all. Make sure you feel them. Next one is number 9. It is be an adult. Learn to be an adult. You have to make adult decisions, and you can't. And I see so many clients that kind of act like they're children, and it doesn't kind of bother me, it bothers me big time. So we really want you to learn to, playing on the personal responsibility aspect, we really want you to be an adult, make adult decisions. You know what's right and what's wrong, and don't tell me you don't. You do. I have this with clients all the time. Well, you think I should have done that? What do you think? You know the answer, right? So be an adult. And number 10, my most important, it's my most important, but I believe it's important, is find something you love, man. Learn that it starts with you. Love yourself, but find something you love and get passionate about it. This past 5 years has been scoured with difficult times and moments and weeks and months, and fear and anxiety and stress. And I've decided that I would overcome them and I would work through them. Moving to California was very difficult for me. I left family, I left friends, I left my comfort zone, all of that good stuff. But, I fell in love with the fact that I could help people. I fell in love with that my story can persuade people to do something better. And before that ends, I'm going to end because I want you to watch the sunset. I'm going to turn this around so you can see that sunset because it is epic. And I'm just going to talk off the side because I want to watch it. I'm going to watch it with you. So let's recap. We got listen to your gut. We got seek help from a loved one. We want you to learn to be self-aware. We want you to live in your truth. When I say we, I mean me and my multiple personalities. Relapse is not a part of recovery. We want you to learn delayed gratification. We want you to have personal responsibility. I want you to feel everything and lean into everything. It's first experiences, they're all brand new. Revel in them. It's an opportunity, it's an amazing part of this life. It's like you get a second chance to learn how to love again, to learn what your authentic self is again. Be an adult. Big one. Act like an adult. And number 10, find something you love and do it with passion. Anyways, guys, that is my 5th year anniversary. I love you. I wish the best for you. And those that know how to get in touch with me always know that my phone's on. Facebook's open. See you soon.